my good heart for Zambian friend. In 2006, while on a TAZARA train journey, I met a Zambian named Alan Domingu. I encountered him in the buffet car, where he was enjoying a beer. I joined him with a glass of soda, and we struck up a conversation. Alan revealed that he was heading to Dar es Salaam to purchase computer spare parts for his workshop in Mpika Town, Zambia. During our chat, he shared some sage advice with me. He suggested finding a life partner before starting a career. At the time, I was a college student and had boarded the train for a vacation after completing my first year of studies. The idea of finding a partner while jobless seemed impractical to me, but Alan explained that once you're employed and have an income, it's hard to distinguish if someone genuinely loves you or just your money. I appreciated the advice, but didn't think much of it. As we neared Dar es Salaam, we returned to our respective coaches, and unfortunately, we forgot to exchange contact information. The train was crowded, making it difficult to reconnect. When I was exiting the TAZARA railway station in Dar es Salaam, I was surprised to find Alan stranded at the exiting gate with his bag, looking quite disheartened. He explained that he had arranged for a friend in Dar es Salaam to help him with shopping and finding a hotel, but his friend had suddenly become unresponsive. Alan was unfamiliar with Dar es Salaam and didn't know where to find a hotel. He asked for my help. Despite the challenge, I managed to find him a hotel in Buguruni, a predominantly Swahili-speaking area where English-speaking hotel staff were scarce. After some searching, we found a suitable place. The next day, I took Alan to the city centre. He successfully exchanged currency and purchased the computer spare parts he needed. He was set to return to Zambia on the TAZARA train on the next day, so we said our goodbyes. Later that day, at around 5 p.m, Alan called me in a panic. He had missed the train and was advised to take a taxi to Ubungo bus station to catch a bus to Ifakara, where he could potentially board the train again. However, at Ubungo, he encountered scammers who demanded medical certificates to prove he wasn't infected with bird flu, which was a major concern in Africa at the time. Alan refused to comply and threatened to call the police, causing the scammers to flee. Realizing that catching the train was no longer feasible, I advised Alan to return to the TAZARA railway station so we could meet. We took public transport back to my place in Yombo Vituka, about 30 minutes from the station. With no money left for a hotel, Alan stayed at my home. The next morning, we went to the TAZARA railway station and met with the station master. Alan shared his story of missing the train. He had been enjoying the view of the Indian Ocean in Kivukoni and lost track of time. When he finally realized he needed to be at the station an hour before departure, he was left scrambling to find transport. A helpful stranger directed him to the station, but he arrived too late. The station master was sympathetic and arranged for Alan to buy a new ticket for the following day at a minimal cost. We thanked him and returned to Yombo Vituka. The next day, Alan woke up at 6 a.m. to prepare for his 4 p.m. train departure. It seemed a bit funny, but for Alan, it was a strategy to ensure he wouldn't miss the train again. By 8 a.m., he was already at the station, waiting for his departure. At 3:30 p.m., he called me to let me know he had successfully boarded the train back to Zambia. It was a relief to hear he was finally on his way home.